It's official. Ipswich Town have signed Omari Hutchinson from Chelsea. Chelsea young winger Omari Hutchinson has completed his transfer, costing Ipswich Town a club record fee of £20 million, with £2.5 million in add-ons. The deal also includes a sell-on clause, said to be 25%, ensuring Chelsea will profit from any future transfers. Ipswich Town head coach Kieran McKenna, who showed great faith in Hutchinson last year in the Championship, will no doubt continue to have confidence in his abilities as they prepare for the challenge of staying in the Premier League. The Jamaica international's permanent move marks a significant step in his career, and he will look to continue to have a strong influence at Ipswich after helping them to promotion last season. We think Omari is a fantastic player and figure that the club can have for the long-term future. He has the hunger to develop and show that he can compete and thrive in the Premier League, said Kieran McKenna. Marc Cucurella and Spain advance at Euro 2024, eliminating Georgia 4-1. Marc Cucurella returned to the starting lineup after being rested in the final group game and played a solid 66 minutes before being replaced by Alex Grimaldo. Spain advanced to the quarterfinals, where they will face hosts Germany in a match that could essentially be the final of this year's competition. Chelsea strike £30 million with DEWSBURY-HALL deal. Chelsea have reached an agreement with Leicester City to bring KIERNAN DEWSBURY-HALL to the club. The 25-year-old spent last season playing under Maresca at the King Power Stadium and featured prominently in their championship win. The deal is expected to cost around £30 million and will be their fourth confirmed signing of the summer. Chelsea are also in talks with Leicester over a separate deal that would see Cobham midfielder Michael Golding go the other way. Football London said, PSR strikes again? Although DEWSBURY-HALL is a good player, there is a sense of financial necessity in this for Leicester, especially with the Foxes facing possible punishment for their own alleged misconduct. However, looked at in isolation, DEWSBURY-HALL is a smart if mediocre business. While there is no great track record for players following their former boss and achieving great success, in theory, this should help Maresca and DEWSBURY-HALL to adapt. Chelsea are not short of players in midfield. Before this deal is completed and possible, transfers from SW6 also occur. The list is as follows: Leslie Ugochukwu, Cesare Casade, Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, Carney Chukwuemeka, Conor Gallagher, Romeo Lavia, and Andre Santos, who are returning from loan. Some of these players will definitely need to get out if there is to be a future plan without simply stockpiling. If one of them is Gallagher, then he will both definitely compete, for the same place has given up competition from anyone so far in his Blues career, but this will be a little different. The Blues will include 23-year-old Alexander Isak in the deal. Chelsea are reportedly ready to include one of their current strikers in a deal to sign Newcastle United's Alexander Isak this summer. The Blues have reportedly contacted the Magpies to ask about the Swedish centre-forward. The 24-year-old is under contract until 2028, and with Newcastle making another sale to improve their financial fair play situation, the Magpies do not need to accept a price cut in the current summer window. As a result, Chelsea should be told that they will have to pay a club record fee if they want to sign Isak from St James Park, surpassing the £115 million they paid to sign Moises Caicedo last year. Therefore, Chelsea will use Nicholas Jackson in a swap deal. With the Blues not intending to go that far, The Sun claims they are instead considering offloading Nicholas Jackson as part of the deal. The Senegalese forward arrived last summer to fill the void left by Kai Havertz's transfer to Arsenal and scored 17 goals and 6 assists in 44 appearances under Mauricio Pochettino in 2023-2024. However, Jackson is often guilty of wasting the final third of the pitch, which is why Chelsea are looking for a new number 9 for their first season under Enzo Maresca. While the West London Giants reportedly consider Jackson an important figure at the club, they would not hesitate to let him go if it made a deal for ISAK more feasible. Chelsea splashed out £31.4 million to sign Jackson last summer and tied the 23-year-old to an 8-season deal, meaning he won't be a free agent until June 2031. The Chelsea star put in a brilliant performance for Ecuador in the Copa America. La Tri endured an up-and-down Copa America through 2 matches, losing to Venezuela and winning over Jamaica to keep themselves alive in the hunt to advance to the knockout stages. However, WhoScored highlighted Chelsea midfielder Moises Caicedo as one of Ecuador's best midfielders in their first 2 matches. According to the statistical media, no player has made more interceptions than Caicedo, WhoScored gave it a score of 7, in the Copa America. After drawing against Mexico on Sunday, Ecuador will advance to the knockout stages, where they will face reigning Copa America champions Argentina. If they want to get past the best teams in the world, they need players like Caicedo to perform at the top of their game. Fabrizio Romano provides the latest news on Alexander Isak amid interest from Chelsea. Fabrizio Romano says Eddie Howe is demanding the owner keep Alexander Isak. Romano provides an in-depth update on what Howe told the Newcastle owner. He said, "Another big name at Newcastle who is making headlines is Alexander Isak, but nothing is happening with Chelsea. We know that Chelsea value this talented striker, but it's almost impossible because Newcastle want to keep him. And I've been told that Eddie Howe, for weekend, was very clear with the Newcastle board and owner about not wanting Isak to leave the club." KIERNAN DEWSBURY-HALL is ready for a medical at Chelsea. KIERNAN DEWSBURY-HALL will become the 3rd player to join Chelsea this summer. The Leicester City player joins players such as Omari Kellyman and Tosin Adarabioyo. For now, we are excluding Estevao Willian and Kendry Paez, as they will officially join the team next summer, not this season. Dewsbury-Hall turned down the chance to join Brighton and Hove Albion, and now he's got the transfer move he really wanted. Leicester are hoping to get £40 million for the midfielder, and England international Dewsbury-Hall has scored 15 goals in 103 appearances for Leicester. He spent his entire youth and senior career with the Foxes, although they loaned him out twice. He was loaned to Blackpool in 2020 and also Luton Town in 2020-2021. Chelsea have agreed to sell midfielder Michael Golding to Leicester City for £5 million, according to Fabrizio Romano. The Blues recently reached an agreement to sign KIERNAN DEWSBURY-HALL from the Foxes. In the same negotiations, they accepted parting ways with Golding to balance their books. The 18-year-old is one of the academy's best young graduates, but the club have decided to sanction his sale on the cheap. It is unlikely he will immediately break into the first team squad. Instead, the Foxes may be ready to offer playing time to the youngster, who scored 7 goals in 26 appearances for the under-18s last season. Leicester managed to secure promotion from the Championship with relative ease, but they face a huge challenge to stay in the Premier League next season. With their difficult financial situation, they cannot afford to spend large amounts of money. There is also the possibility of points being deducted after failing to meet the 2022-2023 PSR limits. Kvaratskhelia will make a decision about his future after the Euros. Kvicha Kvaratskhelia has kept his future options open until Euro 2024 ends, as many clubs are interested in signing the very talented star. The player from Georgia has been targeted by many clubs. The Blues have been keeping tabs on him, while Liverpool have also expressed their desire to sign him. However, currently, the youngster is further enhancing his status in Europe, and his goal against Portugal has certainly increased his market share. Many clubs will be keeping tabs on the striker and may be plotting his move in the summer window. However, the Napoli star commented on his future and said he was not thinking about it at the moment. His current priority is to lead Georgia further into the tournament and will discuss his future when the competition is over. Speaking to the media, he said, "I respect Napoli's new coach Antonio Conte. He's one of the best managers. I respect Napoli, and I love Napoli. I will decide my future after the European Cup. Now, I'm focused on the match against Spain. Chelsea need a strong player to strengthen their left wing, as some of the players they have recruited have not lived up to expectations. Mykhailo Mudryk and Raheem Sterling have not consistently been the difference, and this raises doubts about whether the Blues should sign players for the left wing. Kvaratskhelia was a big difference in the game, and he would be a big addition who could bring more to the attack.